One more time. Hi everyone, Sailor Mercury here, Amy here, and today we're going to talk about the cheaply made, badly made web shooter that came with our Reckoner. So, as you know, last week we got our new Reckoner with Smallsoft Windows 11 on it. A Reckoner that was made by the folks at AMI. And you didn't know they did a good work making the Reckoner, a good work putting in Windows 11 and everything else. Where they kind of, didn't work so hard on was the web shooter. Now this web shooter that came with our Reckoner, or the AMI Reckoner, was badly made, cheaply made. You would put it in and it could only film in 780p. Now, if you didn't mind that you were being filming in 780p or SD as it would be, it wouldn't be a big deal. The thing you might mind about is having all these rings and pitches, and loudnesses in your film that was not in your film. Now you might say, yeah, sometimes your web shooter might pick up your Reckoner if its fans or its windmaker happens to be loud or whatever, or pick up other things, but you would think it would only be picking up things you're saying, things you're doing in the film. It might pick up some background loudness from other room. But beyond that, you don't really think it's going to be picking up anything it shouldn't be picking up. So we make the film, and everyone starts telling us, "Oh, this web shooter is badly made. It's cheaply made." I'm hearing all kinds of shit in it, and at first I didn't know what they were talking about. But then later on, when I watched the film back, yeah. And we only made 2 films like that before we started working with the web shooter that we got back in 2020, while it's still working great now. Now, a lot of folks might say, why was that web shooter cheaply made? Why did the folks at AMI or whoever made this Reckoner, why did they not make the Reckoner as good, make the web shooter as good as the Reckoner? And the only answer is, I do not know. At the end of the day, I don't know why or how they chose to do it that way. Now, I know there's going to be folks saying, oh, well, some folks just don't care. Whatever ground, they just felt that the web shooter should be cheaply made. My only belief is that even though they may have made a Reckoner, I have a belief another business made the web shooter. But if the web shooter came along with it, then it most likely meant that they made it too. And everyone's going to have their forgivenesses and say, oh, a lot of businesses like AMI, they mostly have all their things made overseas and other businesses and other lands. Now that need be true. But even if that is true, someone made a web shooter badly made this web shooter, cheaply made it, and it doesn't really care what land they came from or whatever, or what business made it. Someone didn't do good work putting it together. So you got a web shooter that doesn't really film that well, who makes a lot of loudnesses that you aren't making in your film. Now, I know there's going to be some folks out there going to say, oh, no web shooter is flawless. Well, that's true. There is no flawless web shooter. All web shooters are either strong or they're not. But I've gone through some really good web shooters in my time. The HP one, the HP one I worked with the first two Dells. The other one that worked that was inside the Dell one that I was borrowing, and the one had to be inside the Acer, the one that was inside the Gateway, the one that was an LG, and he's in this one, the LG, the Jellycam one. So I have gone through some mini web shooters, and they all were good. They were made good, not flawless, good. Until we got this reckoner, and then the web shooter was so bad. You want me to show you what this badly made web shooter looks like? Here it is. This is what this web shooter looks like. This is the cheaply made web shooter that was badly made. And you might think, why am I even keeping that one around as a backup? A bad backup, but still a backup, I guess. So anyway, if you like this film, then follow me over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here. I, Sailor Mercury Amy, and I hope you like this film. Goodbye.